The lady at the back, you say colonialism. I'd like to return the question to you. I don't deny the crimes of colonialism, not for a moment. I'd like to ask you a question. How long do former colonial countries have to be punished for then? How long do we have to have our identity erased for? Is there any end limit to it in your eyes, or is it only at the point of complete negation? And finally, why is it that it's only European former colonialist countries? One of the largest and most significant and longest colonial powers in history was the Turkish Empire. Do we do this to Turkey?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Clevie and it is so nice to meet you. We have an interesting video before us up for discussion. You guys, this is Douglas Murray destroys anti-white argument. Do we do this to Turkey? You guys, if you're ready to check this out, let's get started.
Please.
Hello, my name is George Fotopoulos. I would like to make a point to Mr. Murray. The last point you made in favor of the motion was that the people of Europe have the right to protect their identity and that their politicians should respect that right. And I would like to ask you why you feel that the presence of 1 or 2 or 1,000 people with a different identity within a society threatens the identity of the people who were in the society originally. Whether you believe that is a legitimate concern or a primal fear, and whether you agree that when a primal fear drives a crowd, they become a mob, and that a politician should follow a mob and not provide leadership by calming the mob down and giving them a reason. That is my question.
Thank you. And towards the back.
Hello, my name is Eli Liu. I was a student in University of Piraeus International European Studies. And I won't be very quick, but I am against the motion. And I would like to say that the European Union was an ex-colonial power. So most of the countries of the Third World were exploited from us. So now we cannot say that we don't accept them because most of their riches and their wealth were taken from us. And as for what Mr. Voridis said about our values as Europeans, it's the globalization that takes
Just repeat that sentence, will you, please? You stopped in the middle.
Yes, our values. Mr. Voridis talked about our values as European citizens, as humans. Well, I think globalization takes them from us and not immigrants. And about the shadow economy, it's the fault of the state control that doesn't eliminate it. And
right, okay, that'll do for the moment. I think there are a lot of points to pick up, particularly your challenges here to those speaking for the motion. But I want to hear voices as well who are against the motion and would like to challenge those sitting on my left. But let's first of all get those points picked up. Douglas Murray, your response particularly to that challenge to you.
Right, very quickly. First of all, if I were Hassan in Syria, I would hope, among other things, that I would help to rebuild my country after the Assad dynasty had wrecked it so completely. I'd hope that I would stay and help to rebuild the country after the devastation caused by that family. Secondly, the gentleman here who said 1 or 2 people, the gentleman here said, why are you threatened by 1 or 2 people? I'm not threatened by 1 or 2 people. Nobody is threatened by 1 or 2 people. The figures I gave you showed we're not talking about 1 or 2 people. The figure I gave you at the very beginning was that people who identify as white British citizens are now a minority in their capital cities. So we're not talking about 1 or 2 people, and it is very disingenuous to pretend that I was. Thirdly, the lady at the back, you say colonialism. I'd like to return the question to you. I don't deny the crimes of colonialism, not for a moment. I'd like to ask you a question. How long do former colonial countries have to be punished for then? How long do we have to have our identity erased for? Is there any end limit to it in your eyes, or is it only at the point of complete negation? And finally, why is it that it's only European former colonialist countries? One of the largest and most significant and longest colonial powers in history was the Turkish Empire. Do we do this to Turkey? Do we say to Turkey, you must have your identity erased as well as punishment for the past? Almost every single people in the world at some point has done something historically they could be punished for. But why, I wonder, is it that it is Europeans that we are always being heard, being offered that choice?
Douglas Murray, thank you. Before we go to Makis Foridis, Ben Akushna.
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, that was cut short. But anyways, you guys, he raised up. You guys know I try as much as possible not to, cut in the argument because I want everyone to listen, and follow along. So instead, I grab my pen and jot down whatever it is that pops up in my head whilst the argument is ongoing. Okay, so the first person raised the question. He said, "Why do you feel like the presence of different identities threatens, the presence of people that were there originally?" Please, as usual, feel free to answer this question in the comment section and even air out your opinions, your views, and also try as much as possible to be respectful. Okay? Because YouTube has been holding a lot of comments recently, and I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so he says, and he asked that question, and Douglas answered. He said, first of all, I'm not talking about one or two people. I'm talking about the people that were there are now beginning to feel like a minor in a place, feel like a minor in a place that they were in, a place where they were once, ruling. Do you understand? So it is not a threat. It is not a threat. So it's like, oh my God, Douglas. We have been diving a lot, into the debates, the arguments. It's been amazing and eye-opening. And you look at how old most of these clips are, and you're like, this guy has been spilling. He's been spilling truths and facts, and no one was hearing. Look at some of these clips that we see, and they are old. 5 years ago, 7 years ago, he's been talking. Do you understand? This is not a recent clip. Douglas. So you guys, what's your own opinion on the first question? What's your own opinion on the first question? What's your own opinion on the first question? That's why are you threatened by it? And I understand why a lot of people can be threatened by it, because they're like, we are beginning to feel like a minor in a place that, in a capital, like you're ready to feel like a minor. I was here first. We ruled here, and then who wouldn't be? Come on. Who wouldn't be? You guys, I think right now I'm going to make a playlist of all of, Douglas Murray's, debates, because we've been doing a lot of Douglas Murray on the channel, and it beats my imagination, because I'm like, he's been saying this since. Why are people not listening? Why are people not hearing? That's why at every opportunity when they're giving mics to speak, they pour their heart literally in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because who wouldn't feel threatened? Anyone would. If not now, the thing is, people feel, because oh God, people feel now that, okay, because a lot of them are now coming in, a lot of different identities are now coming in, sometimes it breeds a lot of confusion, because then again we have situations where these people are coming in with their different identities, and they are not ready to change or to accept the rules and regulation of the new place that they came into. That's where you see all of this confusion coming in. And of course, with confusion comes chaos, with chaos comes something else. So that is it. Like, it's not like it's again, because I there was an interview I watched. Oh my god, I was sitting with a friend and we had to like watch one interview, and he's like, listen, I'm not against these people coming. I mean, that's the beauty in diversity, right? I am not against these people coming, but it's what they do when they come that I'm against. That's basically most of Douglas Murray's point. You guys, let me know your own thoughts. Let me know your own opinions. As usual, the video starts from the comment section. So I'll see you right there.